What's up everybody, Eddie here. Today I'm going to talk about UFC 130 and the matchup between Quinton Rampage Jackson and Matt Hamill. But before I get into that, make sure you check out my site, howtobeanMMAfighter.com. I talk about how you can become an MMA fighter. If you have dreams of becoming an MMA fighter, then this site is for you. Check it out. We've got all types of helpful advice, information with experts. So have a look at the bottom of my screen. Check out the website. It only takes a couple of seconds and you may get information that benefits you for a lifetime. So don't forget howtobeanMMAfighter.com. Now on to my predictions for the Rampage Hamill matchup. Quinton Rampage Jackson is one of the most devastating MMA fighters in the world. There is no question about that. But in this match against Matt Hamill, he is facing a man that is hungry. I think the most dangerous thing that you can face when you are an MMA fighter is a man that is hungry. Matt Hamill won TUF, and he has been quietly destroying people in the light heavyweight division for a number of years. The UFC's light heavyweight division is its marquee division, there is no doubt. The star power is there. But Matt Hamill has kind of flown under the radar for those people who are not really big in MMA. Especially when I say those people, I'm talking more about the casual fans. A lot of us that follow MMA, we all know about Matt Hamill. We know about his strength, we know about his wrestling. And this is why I feel this is going to be quite a difficult match for Quinton Rampage Jackson. It really does depend on Rampage's takedown defense, whether he can win this matchup. If Matt Hamill, on the other hand, tries to let his ego run away with him, Quinton Rampage Jackson will do what he does best and will knock Matt Hamill unconscious. Matt Hamill will be staring at the lights, asking that famous question, what happened? That's what will happen if Matt Hamill stands with Quinton Rampage Jackson. If Matt Hamill does what Matt Hamill does best and wrestles, I believe Rampage will be in for a tough night's work. We saw in the Rashad Evans matchup how Rampage kind of struggled against a dominant wrestler. Some people will say, yeah, but Rampage hadn't fought for, a year or just over a year or so. But the fact remains, wrestling has never really been Rampage's most strongest point. Now, I'm a Rampage fan, don't get me wrong, but I'm just a bit concerned at how this matchup will go for Quinton. Matt Hamill they're both really somewhat, with respect, one-dimensional fighters. They've got one thing that they're really, really supremely good at. So it really does depend on what area this fight goes. The thing is, with Matt Hamill being a dominant wrestler, he can pretty much dictate where he wants to take this fight. If he chooses to keep it standing, as I said, it's all Rampage. If Matt Hamill takes it to the ground, it will be in Matt Hamill's world. So Quinton Rampage Jackson really needs to come to this matchup prepared for a wrestling match. He needs to work on that takedown defense like he never has before. Matt Hamill is a tough opponent. I've pretty much seen Matt Hamill manhandle a lot of top fighters, apart from the superhuman known as John Jones. John Jones is the only guy that I've actually seen destroy Matt Hamill. And even in that matchup, Matt Hamill still got the win, albeit a very fluky win by disqualification. Other than that, Matt Hamill has really used his wrestling to solidify himself as, a guy who could be a contender if he manages to overthrow Quinton Rampage Jackson. Matt Hamill knows how important this matchup is. This is a match against a guy who is in the top 4, top 5 light heavyweights in the UFC, if not the world. So he is really going to come, as I said earlier in the video, hungry and prepared for this matchup. Because this is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity for Matt Hamill. If he loses this match, don't really know what other matches the UFC will have planned for him. Don't get me wrong, he's in no danger of being cut, what with his victory over Tito Ortiz. But he doesn't really want to become one of those journeyman fighters or gatekeepers as they're known as. So he needs to make full opportunity come and just make the most of this opportunity. He needs to take full momentum, and make sure he does what he does best. Rampage is going to come into this match, as I said, looking to sling, to stand and bang, to knock Matt Hamill unconscious. But like I said, the takedowns are the key. If Matt Hamill's shot is strong enough to take Rampage to the ground, we could see a match whereby people are not exactly thrilled by it in terms of excitement levels, but it'll be a match that Matt Hamill will be using to win. Methods that he has used over the number of years to win matches. So we shall see how this one goes. It's going to be a really tough matchup. It really is too close to call, to be honest with you. I mean, there's so many factors. As I've said, those main two factors are the takedown shot of Matt Hamill and the takedown defense of Quinton Rampage Jackson. So for this match, I am going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go with the underdog, Matt Hamill, by decision. That will shock a lot of people. As I said, it really does depend on whether Rampage can prevent Matt Hamill's shot. If Matt Hamill can take Rampage down, then it's going to be very, very frustrating night for Rampage. If Matt Hamill is crazy enough to stand with Rampage, then he's going to sleep, as I said. So I'm really intrigued to see how this matchup is going to go. Really interesting matchup. Rampage will be looking to win, to get a 2-fight win streak under his belt, to keep his momentum after defeating Lyoto Machida. Matt Hamill will be looking to keep his momentum after defeating Tito Ortiz, pretty much really dominating Tito Ortiz in his last matchup. So it'll be an interesting matchup. I think Hamill might just squeak it by a decision purely because of his wrestling. Whether I'm right or wrong, we will see at UFC 130. Either way, don't forget, check out my site, howtobeanMMAfighter.com, for the latest news and information if you want to become an MMA fighter. Eddie Asabi, guys. See you for the next video.